and my HUD changes from day to night mode. I've actually got this panel built in real life attached to my desk with some magnets. It's pretty handy. This rod here controls the landing gear. There's the flaps angle indicator. You can turn the landing gear on and off with the lights on and off there. Yeah, there's a bajillion other switches. Most of the stuff here is radio related. There's a throttle. All the switches on the side have various functions. The HOTAS layout. So there's the China hat down the bottom there. Don't know what that one's called. There's the speed brake switch there. Never actually played with many of these switches. Most of them are to do with handling your aircraft when the fancier things go bad. So if your hydraulic systems cop out, then you can fall back on a push rod system. The A-10 is astonishingly robust. On this side there's the controls for the lights. You can turn your navigation lights on and off. Let's just check that I'm not about to crash. Internal and external lights, so you can turn on a floodlight that will light up all your instrumentation, which is handy at night but not so handy right now. There's some various radios for navigation, so you can tune in on a TACAM beacon or a ILS landing setup. There's some various crew comfort stuff like windshield heater, cabin temperature, that sort of thing. There's oxygen. This little light lights up every time the pilot breathes in. This mongrel here is the CDU. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's a horrendously complicated computer that I honestly have barely even scratched the surface of. Some terrible grammar, but it can do a million things, about 2% of which I know and understand. Here's some switches for programming the countermeasure system, so I can scroll through the list of countermeasure programs. I'll flick that one up. I can see what each of the countermeasure programs does. So, for instance, this one fires out 4 chaff every half a second and goes for 10 cycles. This one fires out 4 flares once per second for 10 cycles. So you can set up different countermeasure programs for different threat profiles. If you want to break a lock from a incoming radar-guided missile, then you want to dump a heap of chaff all at once. If you want to make it more difficult for a ground radar station to get a lock on you, you can drop 1 chaff every second for 10 seconds and sort of make it difficult for them to get a lock on you. There's a lot of other switches on the throttle there. You might be able to see the, on the stick, you may be able to see that. That's the countermeasure switch moving around. That's the DMS, data management switch. That's the TMS, target management switch, moving around there. And up there, that's a trim hat for adjusting the trim of your aircraft. That red one is the fire button, so I don't really want to fire that at this point because I could really fire some rockets. Down there's a lot of resettable fuses, so if you sustain some damage and short out something, you can try and reset it, but to be honest, I've never ever touched those. Generally, if I've been hit, then I need to skedaddle as quickly as possible, get home. Let's see if JTAC does anything for me.
Request tasking. Springfield 3-1. This is Warrior 1-1. No tasking available for now. Stand by.
So JTAC's not got anything for me. It's a bit boring. Up the front here is the UFC, or upfront controller. Most of those buttons there just reproduce the functions of these buttons down here. But it means you can do stuff without taking your eyes off outside the cockpit. Well, that's a whirlwind tour of the cockpit. Probably inaccurately described a fair few pieces of it, but whatever, get a general picture. There's a bridge down there. Long bridge. Long bridge is long. Well, this is a bit boring, so I might just call my JTAC and say goodbye.
Springfield 3-1. We are at the end of VOL and are checking. Springfield 3-1. No further tasking available. Thanks for the support. You may depart.
Okay, so I've checked out with the JTAC, and I'm going to head back to my airfield, which is fortunately very close. I think that's it right there. Look at my tab. Yep, it's definitely that one. So I might give them a call and let them know that I'm incoming.